Good morning. Today is July 16, 2024, and markets are in balance. They're accepting prices at this level. You can see that the 5-day point of control shifted higher and it's now up here. We have a nice distribution between 56.60 and whatever this high is, and we got a point of control at 56.67, and then in Q is still at where it was yesterday at 626-ish, 625-ish. Also in balance, you can see it. So for today, we're opening inside yesterday's value on both NQ and ES. And so what I'm going to be looking for is to see if yesterday's value stays, if traders accept prices inside value, or if we attempt to break out of yesterday's value. So value area high from yesterday is at 57.02. We still haven't tested that, but if we get above yesterday's value area high, I would look to see if it sets up for a break above it, and we retest the highs and make new highs. So far as we're in a very bullish environment, and all the dips are being bought. Even though there's some sellers up here, we're still pretty bullish in my opinion. We're one time framing higher in all time frames, daily, weekly, monthly. So until that doesn't change, then I'm gonna be looking for longs and gonna be looking to buy the dips. Now if I see that we're selling below value area low and I see the volatility is increasing, that ADSPD starts coming down with strength, then I'm gonna be looking for a short to test the overnight low and yesterday's low and get back to this point of control as 56.66 and see how we react in this area. We have a low low volume area all the way from 56.60 to 56.50. So this is going to be short-term support, right? We saw a bounce from here the other day, and yesterday we tried getting here, we couldn't even get inside here. So this is short-term support, but if we start trading in this area, then this is the target, 56.44, which is this high volume node, and probably if we get in here, we're gonna trade throughout this whole volume area and eventually find some support here once we clean this two lows at 28 and see if we can retest the previous week's low. But so far this is going to be the main area to watch for support. And on NQ, I mean it's very similar. There's a little bit of support here at 500, and if we break that, then look for the previous week's low at 377. But we're in balance, so let's fade the extremes. Excuse me. When you're in balance, you want to look for fading the extremes until you see a clear sign that you're breaking out of this range and there's some extension, and then you want to go with the break, right? Otherwise you fade the edges back to the point of control. That's the way I do it, at least, or I try at least. Sometimes it's not as easy, but that's what to look for. Crude oil is in balance and it's just now attempting to break below balance, and this is the area that I mentioned yesterday that I will be looking for longs. It looks like we tested 80-20 and now we're bouncing. I took a long at, let me see, I was a little early. I took it at 80.79, 30 cents underwater right now. I have my stop here at 79.80 below this low volume area, and I'm looking for a target at 81.90. But if we lose this 80 area, this low volume node, then the trade, I'm gonna shift back to short and target this 78.90 area, because this is the previous area where we were balancing very clearly, very clean. So basically long above 80, short below 80. Gold, after breaking this couple day balance, is now making new highs. 24.41. I think it's gonna end up looking kind of like this is gonna be one big range, and the monthly and the yearly VWAP are down here, so this is going to be a little bit of a magnet down here. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see a pullback at some point back into the 2400 to retest it. But I haven't been trading gold much. You can see that 2420 is the 5-day point of control. So if you see that we start coming down, then this is the target, 2420. Today we had some earnings. We have some news releases at 10 a.m. Housing market index, business inventories. Fed speaking at 2:45, but then after that, there's not much more than that today. There's housing numbers and 30-year mortgages. Tomorrow, more Fed speaking, crude inventories, and jobless claims on July 18. But it's kind of a quiet week. But there's earnings, so you can see that traders are moving a little bit into RTY. Russell has been on a tear. It's been rallying like crazy. So I think with lower rates, the small caps do better. So that's why we're seeing all this bullish flows in Russell. All right. Remember, when we're at all-time highs, there's really no resistance. I see people talking about resistance, but there's really nothing. There's nothing there. So yeah, you can use pivots and you can use Fibonacci's and whatever, but it's not really resistance. Yeah, the market eventually needs a break, so we consolidate, we balance for a while, but there's no resistance about. So don't think that because you see people talking about resistance, there's resistance. There's nothing, literally nothing, no references, nothing. So this could keep going for a while, as we saw in previous years. So don't fade it. Don't fade all-time highs until you don't see a clear sellers taking control and volatility picking up. That's just my take on it. All right, good luck, and I'll be around.